Minasan, Akari Nasai. Today, well, I was gonna say she is the first person I cover without any voice acting roles, since she is one of the most well-known and talented singers in Japan, but yeah, she too actually has had an anime role. We'll get to that in a bit though. First, let me introduce her. Konomi Suzuki, born November 5th, 1996 in Osaka, currently affiliated with the agency Digital Double, while her music is under Kadokawa and Sony Music. Konomi had a dream to become a singer at a young age. With the encouragement of her mother, she started taking dancing lessons. And at the age of 6, she started participating in singing competitions, with Shironome from Macross, specifically her voice, being the main inspiration for Konomi, this character also giving her more motivation to pursue her dreams. In 2010, she applied for the Animax All Japan Anisong Grand Prix, but failed to qualify. The next year, she applied again, and not only passed, but won the whole damn thing at just 14 years old. In 2012, she made her debut, joining the agency Cyber Agent Group and releasing her first single, Choir Jail, the opening for Dusk Maiden of Amnesia, with the label Media Factor. She also low-key debuted as a seiyuu as well, having a minor waitress role in episode 5. But she also had Days of Dash, the ending for Pet Girl of Sakuraso. In 2013, she had a double release of Yume no Suzuki and Shujin Paradox 2013, the first one being the second opening for Pet Girl of Sakuraso. But then she had another double release of, oh man, that's a lot of Japanese words. Watashi ga monetai no wa to kangaete omae wa ga warui. Holy hell, I definitely butchered that. I'm just going to put that on screen. And the other song was Tears Breaker, the first track there featuring the band Kiba from Akiba, and it was also the opening of Watamote. Its coupling track was the theme for the mobile version of Ange Vierge. And lastly, another double release of Avenge World, and Sekai wa Kizu wo Dakishimeru, the opening and ending of Freezing Vibration. Also the first time we had her pretty face on the cover of a CD. In 2014 was her sixth single, This Game, the opening for No Game No Life. Easily her most popular song, and something I'd actually consider to be one of the most iconic openings of the 2010s. Even if you don't know it by name, you have definitely heard this song before. Its coupling track, Delighting, is kind of the exact same song. Same beat and tempo, but the lyrics are different. Something I just wanted to mention in case you want to check it out. And actually, its other coupling track is a cover of Sun Says Burn Chaos, the opening for Nyaoroko Crawling with Love, a song many other groups have covered, but Konomi actually goes full metal with her version. A big recommend from me. Also, I'm really weak to girls in hats of any form. Anyway, she also had Ginsen no Kaze, opening for Lord Marksman and Vanities. Probably the first song I ever heard from her, actually. Last thing for this year was her first album 17, a reference to her age at the time. 2015, she had another banger, Absolute Soul, the opening for Absolute Duo, and a collab release with Tatsuyuki Kobayashi, Never End Tale, the 20th opening for Fairy Tail. Then first and so far only mini album 18 More, which was to go along with her second full album, 18 Colorful Gift. 2016 was a really eventful year for her. Very early on in the year was her song Beat Your Heart, the first opening for Bubuki Baranki, but the next one is another big deal, 10th single Redo, the opening for ReZero, another very, very popular song. Then she had Love Is My Rail, the opening for the anime version of Ange Vierge, and lastly, she transferred over to the talent agency Amuletto. 2017, more music, who would have guessed? First up, her first and so far only best of album, Life of Dash. Then third full album, Lead, and she was featured in the song Tsubasa wo Motsumono to celebrate 100 years of anime, joining around 23 other artists like Maya Uchida, Main, Iris, and Wake Up Girls. Back to her alone though, her song Chaos Syndrome was the ending for Chaos Child. Then there was also her song There Is a Reason, the main theme for the movie No Game No Life Zero. And then her other single for this year was Blowout, the opening for Akashic Records and Bastard Teacher. What a great show name. This was also her last song with Media Factor, as in 2018 she signed onto the new label known as Mages. Fellow God tier singer Asaka is also on the label. Konomi released her first song with them, If I Sing, You Will Be There, the opening of Lost Song. This is also the first song of hers that she helped write the lyrics for, something that she would continue to do for about half of the following releases. Aside from that cool bit, she actually voiced the main character, Rin, co-starring with legendary seiyuu Yukari Tamura. And she also had Ao no Kanata, the ending for Beyond the Sea and Sky, again having a super minor role in episode 12. In 2019, she had her 16th single, Shinri no Kagami, Ken no Yoni, the first opening for the anime Yuno. and she had her 4th album, Shake Up. Not too much going on this year, so let's move on to 2020 with her song Theater of Life, the opening for Decadence, and Realize, the opening for Season 2 of ReZero. There was also Mayorite Kitayuki, ending for Koito producer Evil Love. This song was actually co-written by Miho Karasawa, aka pop singer True, and this year she transferred over to her current label Kadokawa and also new agency Digital Double. And towards the end of the year, she announced a small hiatus to undergo vocal cord surgery. In 2021, around the end of the first quarter, she returned, and she had her song Bursty Greedy Spider, the second opening for So I'm a Spider, So What. There was also her 20th single, Missing Promise, the ending for that year's season of Higurashi, and another song, Inochi no Tomoshibi, the opening for Deep Insanity, Lost Child. You know, for just having vocal surgery, she was out here killing it this year. So 2022, her song Now or Never was her debut into tokusatsu, being the opening for Ultra Fight Galaxy, also releasing an English version. There was also Love Reason Why, the opening for Love Flops, and unfortunately she got COVID, having to cancel her upcoming concert for the Heaven Burns Red mobile game. But on a more positive note, she also released her 5th most recent album, Ultra Flash. And for this year of 2023, so far she's only had Gambare to Sakebu Tabi, the opening for the currently airing show Bullbuster. And that will be her only new release this year, as she already has something lined up for next year. In January, she's got her new single Haka, the ending for the anime Ishura. Over the years, she's also had music in anime that weren't traditional singles, like one of the endings for Spy Classroom, the Isekai Quartet movie, Shin Ikitusen, and being one of the singers for the final ending of Battle Spirits Season 7. So let's move on to the lives and con appearances. She's actually been a guest at conventions all around the planet. Germany's Animagi, Sydney Manga and Anime Festival in Australia, Penang Anime Matsuri in Malaysia, Philippines Cosplay Mania, Singapore's AFA, the I Love Anisong concert in Bangkok, LA's Anime Expo, Anime NYC, A-Kon in Texas, and Toronto's International Fan Festival. All of these just within the years of 2017 to 2019. There's also a bunch of events throughout Japan, like the Miyako Premium Live being there multiple times. And very recently, she was at a Weiss Schwarz event with many familiar faces. Aside from performing at basically all of these events that I just mentioned, she's also had performances in Seoul, Shanghai, Hong Kong, and Taiwan, having an Asia tour basically every year since 2017, aside from 2020 of course. Then she's had about 7 live tours in Japan. Within these last 2 months of the year, she's got a Heaven Burns Red tour titled She Is a Legend. Damn right she is. And also her birthday shows titled Cheers Burger. Now let's talk about the 2 festivals, because of course she's been there a lot. First up is Animax, with her first appearance there being her debut year back in 2012. But also in the following year, then again in 2015 to 2018, skipping 2019, coming back in 2021 and 22. Then over at Anisama, she's been there literally every single year, again, since her debut, debuting at both of those events when she was only 16. I'm pretty sure that's the earliest any solo performer has been there. Maybe even any performer in general, aside from like backup dancers. Actually, because her birthday is so late, she was only 15 for both of those events. I only have Anisama from 2014, so that's the earliest photo I can show you, but I want to give some shoutouts to her crossovers over the years. In 2017, playing the guitar, covering the Gurren Lagann opening with Shiana Nishizawa. Then in 2019, performing with Roselia. And in 2021 with Rachel. All amazing stuff that I strongly suggest you watch if you can. Another cool thing to mention is that in 2022, day 1, she opened and closed the same day. Of all the 50 plus days this festival has had, as far as I know, Konomi is one of only 3 people who have done that. The others being Air Aoi and Nana Mizuki. Not only is she one of the people who has performed there the most, but when it comes to the yearly music video, she has the most appearances. From 2013 all the way up until 2019. 7 years in a row, though 2 of them were voice only. Then she popped up again for the recent 2023 video. Next up, a couple of song things before the fun facts. These are her 5 most popular tracks according to the Oricon singles charts. Can't really argue with it, all really good stuff, but these are my 10 personal recommendations. I don't know if I really have a singular favorite, I really like all of these, but maybe Ginzen no Kaze since it was the first song I heard of hers. So now onto the facts. She is someone whose height isn't listed anywhere, but after comparing her standing next to people whose heights are known, I'd guess she's about 161 centimeters or almost 5'4". I might be off by a few centimeters though, since she always had heels on, as girls do. Anyway, on social media, she's got both Instagram as well as Twitter X, and also a YouTube channel that she just opened up this year. Throughout the video, I only referred to her by her first name, but she actually has 2 nicknames, those being Konomi and the less common Tsubuta. She is the youngest of 3 siblings, having 2 older brothers. Most of her songs have the lyrics written by Akihata. Yes, the Akihata, who writes damn near every single Love Live song ever. Her and Konomi are actually really good friends. She's also good friends with Shiina Nishizawa, Mayu Maishima, formerly of Myth and Roid, and Hirona Murata from the pop group 9. Konomi is also a massive fan of Hello Kitty and pop singer Maine, who was the singing voice for Cheryl, her main inspiration. Aside from that, she's a big fan of European group One Direction and Canadian singer Avril Lavigne. And that's it for the facts. I couldn't find too much, unfortunately, so with that we have reached the ending. The TLDR of this video is that she is one of, if not the most successful singer of this generation. And if there were a Hall of Fame, she would easily earn a spot. Also, she is like just friggin' gorgeous. Holy heck. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed and learned something new. Please join me in the next one about a young cutie in the top tier agency Amuse. As always, I look forward to seeing you there.